So I get this question a lot from new traders who are looking for indicators to why they should be trading these stocks and why they should be selling them, what they should be looking for on the charts. What is a resistance? What is a support line? Why are we trading those support and resistance lines? So looking at MOSY, we traded it last Friday 3 times, 3 trades, and we traded exactly on these resistance, on these support line breaks. And there's a reason we did that. You can see here, MOSY in the morning, it jumps up kind of on nothing. Not much volume going on. And then a big candle spike here. It shoots up to 309 right there. And then on the next candle, it has trouble breaking that high of day again. So you can see these big candles jumps up really fast from almost 250 up 50 cents there. It breaks that whole dollar mark there and then has trouble on the next candle. Mental resistance, people get scared of a whole dollar. So normally, 50 cents, $1 increments. Once those break, you see a big jump, or if they don't break, they get shot back down. And that's exactly what happened here. 298 right there at that $3 line. It gets shot back down, jumps all the way down here to 250. So literally, this jumps from 250, that being a mental $0.50 break there on the 250 mark. It shoots up all the way up to $3.09. So it gets through that resistance there at 3, but then on the next candle has trouble and falls back down and then starts to fade. And you can see here, again, hits that $3 resistance, fades back down. So it comes all the way back down here to 250. So that 250 turns into a support there, and it shoots back up and has trouble. Not much volume filling in, so it just kind of moves across from there. And you can see it holds that 250 area and just keeps bouncing up and down, having trouble getting up. And then volume fills in around 12 o'clock, and you can see here it jumps all the way up, breaks through that $3 mark. You can see this candle here gets stuck at $3, and on the next candle it shoots all the way up from $2.99 to $3.09. So a good break there. And then right there we're looking, I'll show you how this works out perfectly drawing this. So it breaks that resistance right there at $3, and on the next candle it turns that resistance into support. You can see it comes back down $2.99 and then shoots back up, bounces off that $3 area, and then starts moving up higher. And you can even see on this candle here, comes back down again to $3, bounces up higher, and now we're at $3.40, having some resistance there. You can see $3.40 actually turns into resistance, has trouble breaking, doesn't want to go higher. On the next candle, same thing, gets stuck there at $3.40 and then comes back down. So obviously, if the bulls aren't in control here, this stock is going to just keep moving down. But here you can see the bulls are in control. Get some shorting probably in this area here, and on this next move, the bulls move it higher. We break that $3.40 mark. So we were looking for that break of $3.40. We had an alert for $3.41 to buy, looking for a move up higher. So you can see here, it breaks $3.40 on this candle here. $3.41 we get in and we ride it up. It breaks $3.50 here, has a little bit of trouble, comes back down, bounces off that $3.41 resistance from earlier. It turns it into support and starts moving higher. You can see this candle here. Right here, this $3.50 area is going to be, mental resistance just as a $0.50. It's bouncing off that $3.50 area just like planned. So you have that support there at $3.50 and it moves higher. So on this move from $3.50 area, it moves up to the $4 area. And then right there, you see, again, $4 turns into resistance. So the people get the mental resistance. Traders get worried around those whole dollars, $0.50 breaks. And right there, so it bounces from $3.50, shoots up to $4, and then comes back down. Has trouble breaking that $4 area. And then on this candle here, we're looking for that $4 break. It ends up shooting up really fast, but not a good break there. So that's a lot of selling on that wick there. The candles, there's a lot of buying down here in the $3.90, $3.80 area, but not much buying above $4. So that's a bad sign there. Had some trouble breaking that $4 strong and then just comes back down. So then $4 is resistance there. And you have these two candles who top out at $3.96 and it starts to come back down. So we got a good break there. We got in at that $3.41 mark like planned and pushed all the way up to the $4 area basically on this move. And you can see that $3.41 turns into support there. And then $3.50 turns into support after being a resistance, mental resistance at $3.50. And then just kind of moves up higher to $4. And then, so what happens with MOSY, it breaks that $4 and it doesn't do it strong, so it comes back down and just kind of fades. And you can see here, it might be done for the day. We're keeping an eye on it. We're going to see how it acts with that 350 area. And you can see it comes back down, and there it comes down to 361. So these candles right here come down to the 366 area and have a little bit of soft support there. And if you look, this candle comes down to 360. This candle comes down to the 360 area, and it just moves on across there. This candle bounces in that same area again, and it's moving on across, and then you get a break here. So this is a bad sign. But what happens is, on this break, you can see we get this big sell wick here, but on this next candle, we get this nice full green candle here. So that's a good sign, good buying there. So on this next candle, you know, it's red, some selling, buying going on there. More buying than selling, but just not pushing the price higher. And then it gets stuck in that 360 resistance area, support area that we said. And then the move higher happens right here. So after we get this bottom on this candle, same, you know, hits 365 for these three candles. So you get support line 365. So that's pretty much the same area as before, the 366, 365 area. We get these two bottoms, you know, 1, 2, and then on this candle, the buyers are filling in because they see that hold there. You get a lot of shorts filling in right here in this area. You can see a lot of selling, a lot of buying, but still not moving the stock higher. So you're getting shorts in this area that are looking for that fall, you know, fade for the day. Exactly how most of these stocks work. Big pop, and then it just kind of fades the rest of the day, and the shorts pile in and look for that move lower and lower and lower. And that's exactly what kind of happened here. It just kind of came back down, but then when it got down to the support area, it bounced up real fast. So what happened is all these shorts are filling in here, and then right here you get this triple bottom on these three candles at 365 support, and it shoots up fast. We're going to get up there to 432 in a matter of minutes. So we were looking for that break. Yeah, these two candles here that kind of topped out at the 381 area. And you can see exactly what happens. So these two candles get stuck here and then start coming back down. They don't get back up there, and then they come down, and then they start bouncing here in the 365 area. So on that move there, you get these three bottoms, and then we're looking for a nice move higher. So we're pretty much looking for that 381 area to break because these two candles couldn't break it earlier, and that's what happens here. You get this big green wick on this, so there's a lot of selling because people were scared because obviously this 381 area right here had trouble earlier. So on this next candle, we break 381 strong, get a nice full green candle here, and it just starts shooting up. And what's happening here is all these shorts are trying to cover because they're worried it's going to go higher, and they know that if they don't cover now, they might get out for a loss later. So they're trying to buy. The buying pressure increases. You get a ton of volume here. This shoots up to 432. Our plan was to buy right here in the 380 area, 381 after that break there, and look for that move, you know, up above $4, 415, 420 area, and that's exactly what happened. So here, had trouble at 381. We're looking for that next break of 381, and that's exactly what happened. 381 broke, and there $4 broke again and shot all the way up to 432. Plenty of time to take profit in this area right here from the 381 move, up almost 40 cents if you sold at 422. That's why it's so crucial to keep an eye on what's coming up. So here, buying at 41 is safe because even if the $4 area breaks down, it doesn't break $4 strong. We have plenty of time to get out right here on that 20 cents move back down as it coming down if we need to, if it starts to come down after that $4 resistance, and there it moves up higher to 432. Nice strong move, a lot of volume right here after these shorts are trying to cover to get out and close their positions. MOSY, almost a 7% move here from 381 up to the 420, 430 area. So you can see on the chart, these red lines are support and resistance lines. And you can see the stock will either use these lines or it will break these lines, moving higher or lower. And you're looking for those breaks, and we're looking for those resistance breaks. So we're looking for resistance here. You can see at $4. We're looking for that break of $4 because if it breaks, we know it's going to go higher because it couldn't go higher earlier. So this is a different time. And you can see we planned After seeing this kind of just coming down to that resistance and then popping up, we knew that if volume filled in, this is going to go higher and squeeze the shorts and move this up to the 420, 430 area, no problem. So after it hit that high of day of 432, it starts to come back down. And you can see again, these resistance and support lines work exactly like planned. So 432 breaks, it comes down here to the 401, kind of bounces there, and on the next candle breaks the $4 mark and then comes down to the 382, 381 resistance support line there, bounces off there, shoots up to the $4 resistance, has trouble, and then bounces through there, gets up again to the 415 area, comes down to the $4 area, shows some support there, but breaks through, comes back to the $4 again, that acts as resistance, and then it starts coming down for the rest of the day. You can see a lot of our alerts are always buying on the breaks of resistance. So when that 341 break there, we knew it's a good time to buy because it couldn't get in earlier. And now we got it here on that break. It's showing that there's a bullish movement here, that the stock wants to go higher once that resistance breaks. So that's why we're looking for those breaks. And then we're playing those support lines as our stop losses. So we're hoping that those support lines hold. If they hold, that means the stock's going to go higher on the next move. And that's exactly how it works. Support and resistance lines, live by them, die by them. You know, the stock's at $1, it starts shooting up $2, $3. There might be a previous resistance line at $4 that you don't know about, that you didn't look on your chart to look back in the past to see what's going on. You know, you want to see what's going on back here. Obviously, this 371 was resistance before, and you can see it was resistance here, and then up here at the $5 mark resistance. So if you want to look back, you want to see where the stock had trouble buying and selling before, and it works out just like planned. If you have any more questions, leave a comment below. Send us an email. We'd love to get you into the chat room. We'd love for you to see how it all goes down.